Hi everyone, today I'm going to teach you how to make Panang curry veggie style. First, I'm just going to go over some of the basic ingredients that you need for this dish. First, we have some chopped garlic, some freshly grated ginger, Panang curry paste. You can buy Panang curry paste at your local Asian supermarket, either the Arroy D brand or Panang brand, which are both completely vegetarian. Next, we have some light soy sauce, freshly juiced limes, palm sugar, which you can also use brown sugar, coconut milk, which you could also buy at Trader Joe's, the light version, which doesn't compromise the taste at all, and finally, just some generic cooking oil. Now that we've gone over the ingredients that make up the Panang curry base, we're going to go over the vegetables that really add nutrition and protein to the dish. Starting clockwise with the broccoli, we have broccoli, yellow onion, mushrooms, snow peas, and red bell pepper. Here we have some diced tofu, some Thai basil leaves, which is totally different from Italian basil, and some ground salted cashews. This recipe was inspired because every time I go to a Thai restaurant, I always have to ask them to hold the fish sauce and oyster extract, both of which are very common ingredients in Asian cooking and especially in Thai food. The problem is that when you remove these ingredients and don't add adequate vegetarian substitutes, the dish is often lacking in flavor. So the reason I created this recipe is to find something that was just 100% vegetarian and also really flavorful. Let's get started. First, you're gonna heat up your wok to a low to medium heat, and you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of oil. And you're just gonna let this simmer and get a little bit hot. It'll take probably about 30 seconds or so. And you'll kind of be able to hear the oil start to trickle a little bit, and that's how you know that it's gotten hot. Once the oil gets hot, you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of garlic. You'll wanna kind of stay away just because it might splatter just a little bit. And you're also gonna add 1 tablespoon of shredded ginger. You can already start to smell how good the spices are together. You're just gonna mix it, saute it a little bit, take just probably about 30 seconds to a minute. You'll wanna continue to stir the spices, the ginger and the garlic, just to make sure that it all gets to a very light brown. Once that's done, you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of your Panang curry paste. You're just gonna wanna wrap the garlic and the ginger into the paste, turn the heat up just a little bit. You'll know when to turn the heat up if it's just not, you can't really hear the sizzling of the spices. Once you've done that, you're gonna add 2 cans of coconut milk. Just hear that sizzling and it smells so good. I can just already begin to taste it. And you'll see that the color is slowly starting to change into a light orange, and pretty soon you'll be able to just see that it is Panang curry. Now you're gonna use a whisk and you're just gonna slowly whisk it together. Basically what you're doing is you're declumping the curry paste so that you're not gonna get just a taste of curry paste in one bite, but it's really gonna be one solid consistency. Once you've whisked all the ingredients together, you're gonna turn up the heat just a little bit. And again, you kind of always wanna be able to hear a little bit of sizzle or see a little bit of bubbling, just to know that the curry is actually being cooked. We've got just a few more ingredients before the base is complete. First, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and I like to use the light version. And we're also gonna add 1 tablespoon of palm sugar. And palm sugar is just so delicious. It tastes different than brown sugar, so I definitely recommend trying to find palm sugar at your local market. And as you can tell, it's like clumpy. It's not gonna just fall right in, but just use your fingers a little bit and put it right into the curry paste. And again, you're gonna continue to whisk these ingredients together. What you're mainly trying to do at this point is make sure that the palm sugar is just whisked into the paste so it's not in clumps. Next, you're gonna add in 1.5 tablespoons of lime juice. And I like to just add a little bit at a time and taste it. So good, and just the perfect amount of sweetness. I'm gonna make it a little bit more sour by just adding a little bit more of the lime juice. I like to use the complete 1.5 tablespoons of lime juice, but some people like it to be a little bit less sour, in which case you can add less lime juice. We're probably about 5 minutes into this recipe, and now we've finally got just the base of the Panang curry. I'm gonna do one final taste test. Absolutely delicious. Now that we've got our base complete, you can see that really there's no clumps left. If you just run your whisk through the curry paste or the curry base, you'll really be able to see that it's smooth and creamy and absolutely delicious. Next, we're gonna add all of our vegetables. First, we have just some regular white onions. Then we've got about 5 broccoli florets. We've got some chopped white mushrooms, some bell pepper. And again, you'll want to turn the heat up just a little bit and use a large spoon to just mix the ingredients together. Make sure that each vegetable is coated in that Panang curry paste. And finally, you're gonna add some snow peas and some Thai basil leaves. Thai basil leaves are completely different from Italian basil. They're a little bit sweet and they're absolutely delicious, and I definitely recommend trying to find them at your local Asian supermarket. Next, you're gonna add your diced tofu. And the tofu is really how you're gonna be able to tell whether or not your Panang curry is done cooking or not. You're just gonna mix all of the ingredients together. And you'll see that the ends have kind of started to bubble a little bit, and that's exactly what you want. You want it to be where the ingredients are getting cooked completely through, that they're heated and that they're not cold, if they're fresh out of the refrigerator, or raw if they're broccoli. You just want to make sure everything is well cooked. About 4 to 5 minutes, you're going to let these vegetables cook. And again, it might be shorter, it might be longer. It's really just going to depend. The way that you can test whether or not your Panang curry is done cooking is take one of the pieces of tofu and just try it. That tastes delicious. I'm gonna let my tofu cook a little bit longer, just so it's thoroughly heated completely throughout the tofu. You don't wanna taste anything that's room temperature. It should really be steaming hot. You'll be able to see that the vegetables have started to cook, and once they're completely done, you'll notice that there's gonna be steam coming up from the wok. Panang curry really has to be served steaming hot, either over rice, brown rice, or white, or you could just eat it even plain, sort of like a soup. Finally, you're gonna decorate the Panang curry just to make it look really appetizing and absolutely beautiful. What I like to do is take the cashews in my hand and sort of just grind them even a little bit more and just garnish them over your Panang curry. Finally, to add some color to your dish, you're just gonna add a few Thai basil leaves and just toss them right on top, and there you go, that's it. For this vegetarian recipe and more, visit recipes.com. See you next time.